What's going on, boys and girls? I am SimpleSimon, and welcome to the dynamic duo of Big City, issue 3 or episode 3. I don't know if anyone's actually here yet, but hopefully people will be catching the replay. Today's episode or today's video, we're going to be talking costumes and superpowers. And I've obviously got Mark about to join me, and I've also got the Greyman joining us today, which is going to be a lot of fun. He might be running a little bit late because he's actually got his own video premiering right now. So feel free to go check that out and then come back. That's all good. Hey, mate, first in the chat, we got Simon Morgan. Thanks for joining us, mate. All right. So let me bring on my my trusty sidekick and make sure I can see him shaking his head in the background. And please make sure you drop, well, there's only one person watching. So Simon, please drop a hi Mark in the comments and say hi to Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, we got a few more here. Hi, Mark.
And let me just say, no discount for you.
No discount? Oh, come on, man. All right. So how you feeling, mate? How are things?
Good. Feel a bit fresh, a bit lighter on my feet, since I got rid of the bush over here on my face. So,
yeah, you look 20 years younger.
That was my winter look. This is my summer look now. I'm getting ready for the warmer weather, and hopefully we'll be let outside, allowed to go, and and run around, do twirls on the hills, and to the sound of music, hopefully.
I don't want to go outside today, man. Today's a horrible day. It's like pissing
It's actually beautiful outside, man. It's very a Singaporeish humid weather.
Singaporeish, is that a word?
Singapore, like very humid. It's hot without the sun.
Yeah, I get it. Like Thailand.
Yeah, Singapore. Tomato.
All right, cool. All right, so thank you everyone for joining us. What's up, Whack? So the Greyman's just going to be running a few minutes late because he's just got his own video out right now, and he'll be joining us very soon. So costumes and superpowers. So I've asked you and Greyman to choose 3 costumes or character costumes. And we're going to talk about the those costumes and hey, Space Buns. And I guess we can also talk about the evolution of those costumes too, if they had an evolution at all. Yeah?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. So we'll get started with our Greyman. Then when he jumps in, we'll let him catch up.
Yeah.
So do you want to go first or me?
Well, apparently I'm your sidekick, so you should go first.
I should go first. Okay. So, I guess let's do this. All right. So my
don't forget the music.
Yeah, I know. You got to pay money to get that action going. All right. So the first character I chose, I really should have prepared more and actually got some books and stuff so I could show you. I've got a pop vinyl I can probably show you, but the first character I want to talk about was Nightwing. I like Nightwing. I think his costume is very plain and basic, but it's probably how I would like to do it. I'd probably have his new 52 version though, right? Because it's got the red.
Do you know what Nightwing? Can I ask you? Do you know what Nightwing is based on? Like why he chose the name Nightwing?
Didn't Superman give him that name?
Yeah, but do you know where that comes from?
I'm sure I've read it before, but no, go enlighten me.
Yeah, it's just there were two Kryptonian superheroes on Krypton. One was called Nightwing, the other one was called off the top of my head I can't remember. And that's where he got the name from.
Superman suggested it to him, though, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So I know something.
I know a lot of people back when he came out with that costume, like the one that he currently has with the blue. Obviously, there's been different variations of it, You know, the one from the 80s, we call it the 70s disco costume.
That's the one I want to talk about as well, yes.
The one with the big collar on the back and where he had the ponytail and that. That was okay. I had a bit of design to it.
I love that costume. I think that's why that's the pop vinyl I chose.
Yeah.
Because I think that is just that collar, man, is killer.
Yeah, it's a great design for the time. And then when he changed, when they dumbed it down and made it really simple that was a really nice design. The only thing that people were complaining about, which I didn't mind, I thought it was really good, was they wanted. People were saying, why hasn't he got a bird on his chest instead of just some chevron? Why has he got some sort of chevron on his chest instead of a bird? And that's why, like, when you see in the cartoons, you see, like, they always, the interpretation of in the cartoons has got the bird or some sort of bird symbol. You know, I liked it without the bird. I thought it was really good. I thought it was clever.
So for Nightwing, so that costume, that was obviously when he was in the Batman series when he first became Nightwing, and that also carried on to his first solo series, right? He still had that
Correct.
Costume first solo. Yeah. So when did he? Wait, did he? So the first solo was a miniseries, right?
Yep.
4-issue miniseries. When did he change to the black and blue?
In that series.
Yeah. So because
Alfred gifted to him.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then there was obviously, I think a lot of people don't like the new 52 one. So
the red.
I think it looks, again, if I was wearing Nightwing's outfit, that would be the version.
See, that's very good too. You know, the way that looks like a bird as well. Like it looks like. Oh my God! What are you doing?
It's magnetic.
Yeah. I didn't know we were watching. I didn't know we were doing collectibles. You pulled out 2 collectibles already.
Yeah, well, I want to be prepared so people had some sort of visual stimulation.
Hey, you're cheating.
Just a quick one. We got Rod the Recon in the chat. It's his birthday, so people should send him a message on Instagram or something.
Happy birthday, buddy!
And Kachung, fellow Aussie in the house. Sorry, keep going. I thought you were saying something. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, you're cheating with AIDS. You're doing AIDS. Like you've got visual AIDS, man.
We're not competing, mate. We're just
talking. We're not competing.
All right.
Last night.
So all right. So Nightwing's really only had those three versions though, yeah?
Yeah. Correct.
All right. We'll go on to what's your first one, mate?
Hang on. So let me just. I want to. So, what do you think? What do you think if Nightwing had a cape? You reckon that would go well? And a cowl? What do you think, Nightwing with a cape and cowl?
Maybe if it was like death metal or something like that.
Would there be anything that you would add to that? Would there be anything you would add to that? If there was anything you would add?
I'll tell you what I like. Actually, no. So here's one we didn't talk about. How about Nightwing? I would love this design. Nightwing in White Knight.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was a really good design.
I would love to cosplay that because he had basically, it was like he just had a Nightwing t-shirt on and he had like a blue leather jacket and the Nightwing logo kind of went from the shirt onto the jacket. I loved it. I would love.
Yeah, I thought it was good. Good design. I agree.
Yeah,
but no cape.
No. I was going to say, look, if you were a superhero, would you have a cape?
It depends. Yes, I would go. I would do a cape. Yeah.
Old school, man.
I'm old school, man. Bloody oath, I would have a cape. I think all my heroes here have got capes. So there you go.
All right, cool. Well, I think the Greyman might be about ready to join us. I'm just looking at him backstage. He looks like, yeah, we go. Look at him waving. All right. So please welcome our guest. There's a hi mark from Werewolf.
Hey, Werewolf.
and mighty Greyman. What's going on, mate?
Hey, yeah, it's all good. I just had my nightly Halloween video just went on, and yeah, now I'm here with comic books, with uniforms to talk about, with superpowers to discuss.
Who was on your Halloween video today, mate? Who was your
It was just me and Lisa, just me and my girlfriend did the voices this time. It's a bit of a chore doing different people every night, because I've got to type all the bloody things out, send it to them, wait for them to come back, put it all together.
And sometimes they forget to do it for you too, right?
Sometimes I forget. One or two people I've forgotten. Just a gentle reminder in their streams, like, why are you doing this stream when you should be doing my voice? That kind of thing. But it's all good.
Hi, Shana. Okay, so just to catch up to speed. So we just talked about Nightwing briefly. That was my first costume that I want to talk about.
Okay,
what's going on? And yeah, so we talked about Nightwing, and obviously he's old. What was it, 70s or 80s? 80s, right?
When he changed it,
the disco one.
It was 80s, wasn't it? Sure, it was 80s.
Yeah,
yeah, it was 80s. Yeah. I like the fact that he left his costume, old Robin costume, behind on the Titans cover. Was it him and his Arsenal or whatever? Speedy was then, wasn't he? Left their costumes on the floor. And
I love that cover. It's very cool. All right, so you've only missed that one. So Mark, what's your first costume, mate?
All right. Well, if you went Nightwing, I'm going to go Robin, but I'm going to go the Tim Drake Robin, in the 90s.
Okay.
I thought it was a great. I thought it was a great modernization of that time for the Robin costume. Instead of doing the whole, Dick Grayson costume they did with Jason Todd, they just put the same costume onto Jason Todd from Dick Grayson, with the tights and with the little pixie boots and stuff. So I thought the Tim Drake Robin was a great interpretation of that costume, but modernizing it. Having the black cape on the outside and the yellow on the inside of the cape, I thought was a great idea as well.
Was that?
I absolutely love the color coordination of that. Of the Robin costume, the green, the yellow, the red, I absolutely love it.
Was that from the get-go that he had his own Robin outfit, or did it evolve into that and he sort of? Because I thought on the first cover, that I might have it here actually, if I can grab it quick enough. So on that,
sure, it must have evolved.
It is black on the outside, isn't it? Because that looks just like the original one.
That's part of the lonely place of dying. It was part of the. That's not supposed to be Tim Drake on the cover. That's supposed to be Dick Grayson.
No, is it? Isn't this meant to be like first? I'm pretty sure that's Tim Drake's first appearance as Robin.
He never wore that suit in the comic.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay, since we're on the topic of Robin, then what do you think of the other Robins? Like, what about? Well, was there a difference between Jason Todd and Dick?
No, there was no difference. That's what I was saying. Like, I love that they came up with a different design for Tim Drake, whereas with Jason Todd, they just got the same costume that Dick had onto Jason, and then I love the idea of Tim Drake's costume evolving again, to a different kind of Robin costume, and then as he got his solo title, kept on going, and it was really popular. The costume kept on evolving to Red Robin eventually, and it was such a great look to see, Tim Drake or Robin with a cowl, but incorporating the sort of like Robin colors. Where it was a great evolution of that outfit. I loved it. I absolutely love that outfit.
What about Damien's?
I like, the only thing I love about Damien's is the cape with the hood.
Yeah, I like the hood. I must say, I do think that's kind of cool.
Otherwise, I don't like that whole assassin sort of look that he's got with the rest of the suit. But the hood, I love the hood. The hood's a great idea.
Yeah.
Doesn't he have his legs covered as well? He's got his legs covered, isn't he?
Yeah.
It kind of makes sense on them cold Gotham nights.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's not a good look. Naked legs isn't a good look unless you're going swimming.
I agree.
All right, Gray. What's your first costume, mate?
Okay, well, I may have completely got this all wrong about what I was supposed to be showing. So, like, I haven't got a costume that's really necessarily evolved, but it's a costume that I particularly like, and I know sort of the story behind it. So, this is Demon, the Demon Etrigan, and this
Nice.
was Jack Kirby had to create this, and apparently he based it on a costume that was worn by Prince Valiant in an old comic. So Prince Valiant, he dressed up as this character just for a fancy dress party on one of his comic books, and when he come to he was told to create Demon. He was like, well, I'm just going to use the Prince Valiant costume that he wore at this costume party. So that's what the Demon was based on. And the Demon is just a kick-ass, awesome character. So
I agree.
So I grabbed it.
Just a question, Greyman. You might know. I'm not sure, but did he always talk in rhyme? The Demon?
No, he didn't. No, I don't know. I mean, when I first read him, I didn't read until about I think I had the second volume. I don't remember if he speaks in rhyming now. I don't think he does. But I think definitely in the third volume, when that came around, he was talking in rhyme. And it might have been Swamp Thing when he appeared in the Swamp Thing when Alan Moore did the Swamp Thing with the Demon in it. I know he definitely spoke in rhyme then, and I can't remember. I think that I'm not sure if that predates the volume 3 run. Where he was talking in rhyme all the time. And in fact, they had like a whole like sing-along issues. They did issues like every single person was just done in like song format. So it was really funny. But he's some people don't like the rhyming, but I think the rhyming is really cool. I'm sure there must be some kind of biblical or demonological like basis for the fact that they had rhyming demons. Is to do.
So what is it you like about that costume?
I don't know. When you talked about costumes, I thought, well, I know the story behind how this costume came to be, kind of thing. So I thought that would be a good topic to talk about. The fact that, like, he apparently didn't want to do Demon because he was happy. He was doing his fourth world stuff, and when they told him, "Oh, we want you to do this Demon," he was like, "Oh God, I don't want to." It wasn't, because he wanted to do his fourth world stuff, and so he just like, I remember doing this costume for Prince Valiant once. I'm just going to use it for this Demon character. But it's quite simple. It's very simple. Like just red boots and top and a cloak. I'm not really sure if his cloak is blue in the more recent ones. Actually, I can't remember.
It is.
Yeah.
I think it cuts. I think a third color in a costume always makes a big difference. It just I don't know, makes it more appealing coming from a design point of view.
Yeah, actually thinking about it, I think it's just Robin's costume that's been redesigned. I think this is like a Robin costume that was turned down. He's got bare legs. He's got bare legs. If you think about it, so yeah, that could be it. This is the demonic interpretation of the Robin costume.
Yeah.
I like how you've come prepared as well and brought some visuals, which is why I had to grab my collectibles before.
I thought that's half the reason I grabbed the ones that I grabbed, because they were like who they were.
I thought this morning I should have had some stuff ready so you could actually have a look. But yes, just a quick shout outs. Kev, thanks for joining us, mate, if you're still there. All right, so back to me, right? Back to me. Comico Dino.
Just because Chung is saying his entry statement, I think it means his rhyme when he summons himself has always been in rhyme. So gone.
So he's saying what Alan Moore
is a demon Etrigan. Yeah. He introduced rhyme in Swamp Thing. I was right then. Yeah, that's a really good story. That Swamp Thing story. It was really sinister and dark version of the demon in that particular story.
Stop talking about yourself, Simon. Okay. So me next, right? I can bring some visuals, I'm sure.
He looks around. Whose stream was this? Was this the stream that we told him to do and we didn't give him any time to prepare it? Or was it him telling us to do these things?
I literally made the notes just before I went to bed last night for this stream.
Oh, man.
Okay. We got another high mark in the chat. What's going on, Tony? Thanks for joining. Okay, so you guys all know who my favorite character is, right?
Yeah.
I haven't got a clue.
Yeah, right. So
it's that Pokemon guy.
So obviously Red Hood, and everyone obviously talks about this version of Red Hood, and nobody likes the current Red Hood. So I guess I want to talk a little bit about Red Hood because I've really only read the most recent Red Hood. I haven't, like, Mark's got the Under the Red Hood trade for me, but I haven't actually picked it up yet. There's a version of Jason Todd which I want to know about, right? And I want to know where it came from. So there's the Jason Todd where he's got the white streak in his hair. You seen that?
Yeah, wasn't that in Hush?
Was that Hush? Was it? I haven't read Hush.
I'm pretty sure that was Hush.
Okay. Because I always see that version. I don't like that white streak. I hate it.
I think that was post Hush, like because of the whole what was it? The how did he get resurrected from the
Lazarus pit?
From the Lazarus pit. I think it was just a whole effect from the Lazarus pit.
Okay.
Was
hang
it?
on. So he always had that. In other words, from the beginning.
No,
okay.
no. I thought it was. It wasn't supposed to be like a remnant of how he was killed. Like a I don't know. It didn't heal properly, and it came back white or something like that. Was that?
Is that where you got? Is that where you got hit?
Yeah, maybe when he got hit with the final crowbar hit that killed him, maybe that didn't. I don't remember him having a white streak, so I'm just spitballing or blue sky thinking.
There was a couple. I do remember a couple of thingos where he did have a white streak in his hair. I do remember vaguely. Yes.
I don't like it. I like just his regular hair. But like I said, I've only really started reading Red Hood from when I started getting into comics, so it was always the current one. So when he changed costumes into the current one, I was going to show you a book, but that's one of the books I have for our cover battle. So yeah, I resonated with it because I was like, oh, this is a new version of Red Hood. This guy's like my favorite character. I like this new design. It's my design.
I object to his name because it's not really a hood, is it? It's not really a hood. It's like a red mask, or the old original version was like a red dome, wasn't it? Like a red dome guy. I quite love the dome with the purple suit. That's quite
the red dildo.
Yeah.
Red dildo.
I don't like that. It's too tall. It's not like, can you imagine that in real life? How big that thing would be? I'm not a fan. All right. Who you got next, Mark?
My turn. All right, so I'm going to go with a Sentry. Anyway, are you guys familiar with Sentry?
Yeah,
I know. I've read one story with him in it, but
vaguely.
I absolutely love his costume. I haven't got any visual aids to show you guys, so
just mainly yellow.
Yeah, yellow and the blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really love his costume. I love the way he's got no symbol pretty much on his chest. He's got like just an S on his belt buckle, which I love, and it's a really high belt buckle. Absolutely. It portrays strength and again, old school, sort of like the strong man where he's pure. He's pretty much pure energy. So. Yeah, I absolutely love the color scheme, and the actual blue that they used I thought was perfect, and the cape, the yellow cape is great, and yeah, if I knew we had to have visual aids, I would have bought visual aids.
I'm sure that's what I was told, so I was digging out comics at like freaking midnight last night for this.
I think it was just common sense. I just got there this morning. I was like,
they told me I've got no common sense now. This is what happens when you're a sidekick. See, this is what happens when your boss over here, my boss over here, is telling me that I'm a sidekick. So now he just rags on me. See that? You see that?
He's not a very good leader, is he, of the team? That's like
you're all witnesses.
I don't know if this is a contest or not, but because I've got visual aids, I think I should win anyway if it is a contest.
Has Sentry gone through any changes in design?
No, not at all. Nothing. Yeah,
I'm not sure yellow is a good color for a superhero.
Yeah, blue and yellow is the same color as Banana Man.
So
yes, true. Yeah,
it's like more of a goldy yellow.
Yeah. I guess that's true. How about gold? Is gold better than yellow gray?
I do, Simon. I love my capes, mate.
Loves his capes. All right, so Sentry, nice. Gray.
Next one.
Visual aids.
Right, visual aids. I've got two for this one. One of my favorites. One of the first runs that I got in entirety of. Not these ones I'm showing now, but it's the Blue Beetle. So that's his first appearance that I got recently. So just any excuse to show off a new comic that I picked up. And this is his first appearance in his first comic. Also, the question. As I saw the question now, I thought, well, maybe I could do the question. I thought, no, I'll go for Blue Beetle. And what I like about his costume is he's got various like gadgets inside it. Not a utility belt, but he's got a mask that won't come off unless he touches it with his like. He's got like a little sensor on his finger that touches it on his mask. So someone tries when he gets knocked out, they try to take his mask off, but they can't because they haven't got the sensor. Also, on the back of the Beetle, on the back of his arm, you can't see it there, but he's got also with the glove, it pushes buttons that control his ship. His ship, the bug, can get called and he can have the trapeze thing come down and pick him up, that kind of thing. So I like the fact he's got like inbuilt, it's not actually like armor like a Iron Man kind of armor, but it has got some technical gadgets in it. And also it looks cool. It's a nice couple of shades of blue. I also like the fact he's got goggles as well, nice yellow goggles. I'm sure they have functional intent as well.
Show us that first appearance. I read some. I thought, does he have another book that's considered his first appearance, like in later?
I hope not.
There's been two different Blue Beetle.
Yeah, I mean, you might be thinking of the third Blue Beetle. The first Blue Beetle was Dan Garrett, who he takes over from, and he did have a Charlton run, but he also had, I think, Gold. He was right to the Golden Age. It was a radio show way back in the day with like various different. I think they changed his origin and everything, and then when Dan Garrett died, he made Ted Cord swear to like take over from him, but he wasn't able to give him his magic talisman. Or his magic talisman wouldn't work for him, so he had to do everything under his own power. So he's like a Batman type, just using his own martial arts skills and his own technology that he's created. But then when they killed off Ted Cord, curse you DC Comics, when they killed him off, they decided that the magic talisman now worked again, and they brought in a new guy called Jamie Reyes. I can't probably pronounce it wrong. Jaime Reyes, probably is how it's pronounced. And he's the new guy. He's much later.
Can I ask you, because the thing that trips me out is, because I'm new,
yeah,
I get like, how do people feel? Like, I didn't know that Blue Beetle had all these different versions. How do people feel when that changes over and you find out that there's a new person taking it? Because essentially it's the same as what's going on now with DC and the 5G thing. Like, does that?
I suppose it depends on what you like. I mean, if it's a character, I hate characters getting killed off. And, because I like them to just cliffhanger. Oh, they look like they're going to die. Oh, they managed to find a way out of it. That's what I watch superheroes for. I don't, when I was a kid, I didn't want to see superheroes getting killed. And as an adult, I'm not that keen on it. You know what I mean? And when they killed off Ted called Blue Beetle, I don't mind admitting that I cried. I blinking blubbed I was reading the comic book and I was like, oh, cool, Blue Beetle's come back. Yeah, he's like in the forefront. Like, I look at him kicking ass. He's like, yeah, he's taking names of kicking. And I got to about 3 pages from the end and I thought, hold on a second. Like, he's like stuck in this really bad situation. I turned to the cover, Batman holding an unknown kind of body, and I was like, oh my God, they're going to kill Blue Beetle. And I got to the end, I was like, no, they've killed Blue. Yeah, but so I suppose it depends. I mean, I don't mind Jaime Reyes. I've collected quite a few of his comic books as well, but I don't know. I think you start getting cheesed off of all the characters that you grew up with, and you like to get killed off and replaced. It kind of like grates on you a bit.
Because I guess it's always whoever the character is at the time that you start following them is always going to be the one you like the most, I would imagine, right?
I would assume so. That makes sense to me, anyway.
Like the Flash, like the Mark. Which do you prefer, Wally or Barry?
Wally.
Because Wally came. When did Wally? He came in way later, right?
In the 80s.
He was around as Kid Flash before. But I always prefer Barry because one of the first Flashes I bought were Barry, and then
sorry,
that was it really.
I was going to say, because I would have thought Barry for guys like, because for me, I mean, remember the Flash show in the 80s?
Yeah,
that's Barry, right?
Yeah, it's Barry. Yeah.
That's why I thought he would be the main one that everyone would like, but I find most people seem to prefer Wally West.
Because he was around for so long, and so many people would win the first Flash that they read.
Correct. He was my Flash. 100%. He was my Flash.
I mean, I bought a couple of old, like 1979, when I was buying my first comics. I bought a few Flash, so I knew Barry Allen as the Flash. Yeah, and I've got the whole run of the Wally run, and I've wrote from number 1 to the end kind of thing. So I've read them all, and I've done nothing against Wally. But if people say to me, who's the Flash? Oh, it's Barry Allen's the Flash. But Wally. I mean, I like all the speedsters anyway. They're all nice chaps and ladies and so forth. But yeah, I was glad when he came back. I was happy when he came back.
Because my earliest memory of the Flash was that 80s TV series. Like I thought it was super cool when I was a kid. I don't remember anything about it, but I just remember that was my introduction to the Flash. So, all right, my third one. You might think it's a boring answer, but she has had some evolutions, and I want to learn about them. So it is. I was going to show a cover, but I can't because I've got a video coming out on it. It's Harlequin.
Yeah, I thought it was. I had a feeling it would be.
I can show you Harlequin. So everything's within reach, Mark. Everything's within reach.
Right.
You've got all stuff in the background there. So there's a nice little Harley there. Obviously, original costume was the Jester outfit. So I guess what I want to know was, when did she get out of that outfit costume, Mark?
I don't know. And
don't know?
to be honest, I don't really care.
I don't know either. I've got the first Harlequin run. I don't think she was wearing that costume when she started her first ongoing series.
No, she didn't.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
Was she?
Because yes, it's the one with
the costume.
she had the yeah. That was in her first solo series.
Correct.
New 52, she obviously didn't.
No.
Surely at some point during that Harlequin run, she changed to a more new costume, didn't she?
Okay.
I don't remember wearing that all the way through that run, but I would say a long time since I read it.
If anyone in the chat knows, that'd be nice. But I do like her New 52 outfit, like because I know a lot of people I find prefer her OG in that sort of outfit. Well, I guess for me, like I found out about Harlequin. I didn't know who Harlequin was until she hit the mainstream with Suicide Squad. so my first version of Harlequin that I knew of was Daddy's Little Monster, you know. So, but I like the New 52 Suicide Squad one, just with the blue and red. I just think that's a cool looking, more menacing version of her. She appears in the cartoon before comics.
Yeah,
she did, and it changed in 2011, according to Google. That's not that long ago.
Okay,
it's not that long ago. But yeah, I just find that obviously she's had a lot of costume changes now. I think she. Sorry.
So did she wear the same costume twice anymore? I would seem like I don't know. Every time I see her, I think she's wearing different costumes, but I don't know anymore. I don't really know currently.
From the movies, I guess. But I really like the way she looked. Like the current Batman run with what's his name, Jorge Jimenez, whatever his name is, and Harley looks fantastic. I think in the current Batman series that Mark doesn't like.
I did not say I didn't like it. Did not say I didn't like it. All right, don't try to press my buttons.
You said you're dropping it.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I don't like it. It's just that I've read that shit before. It's like they're recycling the same stories, and Marvel do it as well. So it's no diss. It's just that I don't want to read the same stories that I read, 20 years ago. I'd rather go back and read those books. You know.
Yep, Ka-chung. That's why I like her. Shorts kill me. But yeah, I can't say I like all her costumes in the movies, in Suicide Squad and stuff. They kind of, I feel like it's a bit silly, but yeah. Anyway, we'll move on from Harley. Mark, what do you got?
Oh, I've got a visual aid this time.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
And rich, because yeah. So my classic costume is I'm going to go with the most classic one of all, which is Superman.
Yes, we've got plenty of different versions there, right?
Right. This is, to me, it's the perfect design of a costume. You've got the main color, which is blue. You've got the red cape and the red underwear on the outside, and you've got that yellow to break it all apart. Absolutely love this costume. I think it's a great design, and a lot of the superhero costumes are based off this one. The colors, the symmetry, the symmetry of it. Absolutely love it. I mean, there are some costumes, and the idea with the S on the cape, I thought it's a great idea. I mean, and whenever I see Superman without an S on the cape, I just said, man, that's a big mistake. It just breaks it up, Like I absolutely love the scheme. So yeah, that's I had to put Superman in. It's one of my favorite color schemed look of the thing. very strong and powerful. And in my opinion, it still holds up. To
You
this
are
day.
because you read the current Superman. Does he have his underwear on the outside still?
It does, yes.
They got rid of it for a while, didn't they? I think
They got rid of it for a while, and it just wasn't the
blue,
same.
Yeah, they just made it blue. Yeah?
Like even in the movies, the Man of Steel and Justice League, it just didn't look right without the red underwear on the outside to break it apart, to break the blue. That's all it needs is to break the blue, because it just makes a big difference.
The costume is like not just in look, but the costume has changed in its attributes, hasn't it? Because it used to be completely indestructible because it was made out of kryptonium material. They used to be able to do all kinds of things with the cape. It used to stretch, and they used to snap people back with it, and he could like wrap people in it and take them through the atmosphere. But I think they changed that after the crisis.
Yeah. So when they rebooted, when John Byrne rebooted Superman in the 80s after Crisis, he sort of like gave him a more of a grounded sort of suit where he's actually his mother made it for him to go out into the world, and she incorporates the S from the clothing that was in his in the rocket. So and that's where sort of like the idea came from in that. And John Byrne did a really good job in grounding that character as much as you can ground. It was probably one of the better reboots that Superman ever had. But yeah, so this is a very light blue. During the years, his color's gone a little bit more darker and darker. This is a Jim Lee statue from Hush, or not Hush, from Brian Azzarello's run on Superman. Better Tomorrow, I think it was called, or For Tomorrow or something like that. It wasn't very popular, but it was still, the art was done by Jim Lee and it was beautiful. So this is a Jim Lee statue, which I love.
What about, I haven't read it, but what about Superman's look in Kingdom Come?
Oh, I can't go past Alex Ross.
That was very different though, right? Did that have underwear?
Yeah.
Did that have an S on the cape?
Yes, yeah.
And was it black instead of yellow?
Yeah, it was. It was a futuristic yellow, futuristic S, or more of a thing. It was the black symbolized more of a sadness in the character, which makes sense to being in the being in that universe, sort of that Kingdom Come universe.
Okay, that's how I should have got my tattoo, because my tattoo, I've got that version. I can't get it out, but I should have actually filled it all in. So the S was the S was just my skin, rather than just. Yeah, I should have done it that way, I think, now that I think of it. But I didn't get it because of Superman. I got it because of SimpleSimon. All right.
What an ego. You think you're better than Superman.
All-Star Superman was a great read. I haven't read that one, but that's on the cards. All right, mate. So, Greyman, what's your last one?
Well, I've got Superman on the cover, but he's basically saying, look at the costume on this guy. He doesn't actually say it in so many words, but he's like, this guy is bloody awesome. He's saying, this is a Justice League of America. As of now, Firestorm is a member of the Justice League. Any objections? And then you have Firestorm. His head is on fire. I don't need to add anything else to that. His head's on fire. That's it. That's all you need to know. The man has a flaming head and some awesome, nuclear kind of motif going on there.
Don't we love a flaming head?
Oh yeah, bloody hell!
Tequila.
Can't say no to a flaming head. I want to know, is his head hollow with flame coming out of it? Is his the top of his head underneath the flames? It looks like he's just got a little egg cup for a head with flame.
It looks like he's wearing a party hat, and the party hat's on fire.
Yeah, that's nuclear fission or something going on there. I'm never too sure of the is it actually hot flame? If he stuck it in someone's face, I've never seen him in a single fight stick it in someone's face or anything like that. So I don't know if it's some kind of cold flame or a flame effect or what. But he's also got that nice splitting atom kind of costume effect as well. And the red and yellow is also very catchy. Two colors. Interesting face with the black around his eyes. Yeah, Good stuff. And the costume has changed a few times over the years. Sort of similar kind of motifs, though.
Do they use him much anymore? I don't think I've seen him.
I'm not even sure who he is now, because he did get killed at one point, and he was replaced by another guy. Jason Rush, was it Jason Roush, something like that. His name was, and then he came back, and because the Firestorm is a matrix of 2 people normally, and originally it was him plus a professor, Martin Steen, and then later on this other guy took over, but he somehow came back and he became part of the matrix with Jason Rush. And then they became 2 separate Firestorms, and there was 2 Firestorms going on, I think both with different Matrix parts to them. I think his one was Martin Steen again, the original, and Jason's was a girl called Gehenna, who was his girlfriend, I believe. But so you know what the comic books are like. So many things happen over the years, and trying to remember them all is just like, yes, I have no idea what's going on, because I'm not put a new comic properly since 2013, so I have no idea what's going on with him at the moment. But let's just bask in the glory of this old costume and the fact that his head is on fire. I can picture the rest of the Justice League sitting around toasting marshmallows, like, on stakeouts and stuff like that.
I find it weird that so many people would want to take over the role of another superhero. Wouldn't you want to just become your own hero?
I think it's just the fact that he got the same powers. He kind of
okay.
Yeah, he didn't sort of do it on. I don't think he did it on purpose, but sometimes it happens, doesn't it? If you look back at Power Man, Luke Cage, he took the name Power Man. There was already a villain called Power Man at the time, so that was a bit of a weird one.
That's lame. All right, just shout out to Stay Puff who joined us, and also Super Russ has joined in. Thanks, mate. Okay, so that's our 3 costumes each out of the way. We're running good for time, I think, because this next segment should hopefully not take too long. So I've asked both the guys if they had 3 superpowers that they could have, what would those superpowers be? I will go first because I think mine are the lamest. And also I thought of these literally just before the show started, so I didn't think about it too much. All right, first, teleportation.
Can we have repeats?
Sorry?
Can I have the same powers? I haven't got to change my powers now, have I?
No, you can tell me maybe why you chose that power. I mean, my whole thing was just like so I can get somewhere quick. You could fly, you could be a speedster, but why not? Why when you can just like reach sideways, right? So he can like basically split the fabric of time and then jump through it. Side who?
Who? What? What?
He's a new age of superheroes, what guy, wasn't he?
That's right. That's right. Have you read that yet, Greyman?
No, because I'm still waiting to get the whole run before I read it.
Okay, that's a good. That's a good.
Good excuse, Greyman. That's a good one. I like that one.
I do plan on reading it. I'm collecting all them new age. I've got the Silencer and Brimstone. I'm
going to use that excuse. That's a nice one. Good one.
So yeah, teleportation, just so I can get anywhere whenever I want. I could just order some food, and rather than drive down there or get an Uber, I'll just split the fabric of time, stick my hand through and grab it from the place. Or I could come have a beer with you, Greyman. I could just teleport to London down to the pub and we'll go for a drink.
You need but don't you need the like a line of sight? Like what if you land in a wall, or what if you teleport inside a wall, or underground, or in a mountain, or don't you need like a line of sight for some reason?
Certain teleportation powers say that, but you can just if you're making your own superpowers, I'd just say I've got teleportation, which is intelligent and doesn't make me appear in walls.
Sideways. Come on, man, you got to make it practical.
Sideways just thinks of where he wants to be, and he can go there. He can go into the universe if he wants.
He's more like he just teleport.
Sorry,
I think you should go in the universe and stay there.
Hey,
that's not strictly just teleportation, though, is it? That's dimensional travel as well.
That's true. That's true. Hey, Bill, thanks for joining us.
I'm going to call your power dimensional travel. Okay. Then I can have teleportation as the first one. Then.
Okay. My next one is, I guess, kind of like the Hulk. Rage. So, like, I guess super strength, but only when I'm angry. Because I feel like that's the most realistic one for me. Because I used to have a crazy temper, and sometimes
that sounds dangerous.
Yeah. So yeah, you're not going to like me when I'm angry.
Yeah.
Rage would be one. So kind of like the Hulk. So I would Hulk out when I'm angry, and you don't want to mess with me. And bad guys would make me angry because I don't like bad people. So that is my second one. The third one. Now this was an interesting one. This is the one. Hey, Comic Deal. Thanks for joining us, mate. This is the one that I was like, oh, this is an interesting one. So I don't know what the name of the power is called, but let's see who gets it first. It's the same power as Black Alice. Now, can you guys remember what her power is?
She's got some kind of magic power, doesn't she? She's not able to duplicate any magical people in the vicinity or something like that.
That's right.
Some kind of hex
right.
duplication or something like that, or magic absorption, maybe.
She steals people. She can steal your ability if she's near you, but only for a temporary amount of time.
So she's an empath.
That's not an empath, is it? No,
Empath
that's not what
is
you
to do with emotions. Empath
empath is when you can feel what people are feeling or something.
Yeah.
But so she's basically a power stealer.
I used to.
There is a word for it. There is a word for it.
In role-playing games, that used to be called absorption. I used to play a role-playing game called Villains and Vigilantes, and absorption was one of the powers where you could either take the properties of an object, like touch a brick wall, become brick, or you could absorb people's powers.
Yeah.
Like Leech. No, he doesn't take power. He just gets rid of everyone's power. He negates, doesn't he, Leech, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my three powers. We'll move over to Mark.
Oh, okay. So I went pretty basic, but stuff that I've probably fantasized about when I was a kid.
Well, we don't want to hear that.
Hey, come on, man. Don't be like that. All right.
Is it X-ray vision? That's got to be one of them. Then, if you fantasized about it as a kid, X-ray vision.
Well, yeah. Well, some things can't be
hypnotism.
Some things can't be said out loud. So super speed would be my on top of my list, and that's probably to get around really quickly around places. You know, to get where I want or do things really quickly, and at the like in the. I suppose, yeah. I absolutely loved the idea of super speed. My next one would have to be telekinetic, where I could move things with my mind.
The force.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, and my third one would be like a healing factor. Yeah, heal instantly, just like the Wolverine thing. You know,
can you heal, as in like healing yourself, or can you heal others as well?
Heal myself, stuff everyone else.
Okay, fair enough. Nice. I wish you had speed, because then you could just speed your way down here to deliver my books after this. So,
I will do that, but because speeding kills, I can't do that. Normal pace.
Gray, what do you got?
Okay, I got a big spiel with mine. I was freaking out. I've always wanted to be a superhero since I was a little kid. I always wanted to be a superhero. I used to see this band called Gamma Bomb like live, and they hear the song and say, "Do you want to be a ninja?" They shout out in the crowd, "Who wants to be a ninja?" And I shout out, "Not me! I want to be a superhero!" Like this is just my silliness. But now I've got older, I'm kind of like, I don't want to be a superhero. I don't think superheroes are going to work in the real world. So my powers are more to do. I was making a podcast the other day about planets and like planets, exoplanets and stuff like that. So I want teleportation, the same manner of teleportation. And I think it's an X-Men character called Leela Cheney or something. She can teleport planet-wide, universe-wide, all over the universe kind of thing. So I want that so I can go and visit places, just go and see the exoplanet in like 5 dimensions over or 5 galaxies over, whatever. But to go with that, I need to have invulnerability as well, so I won't feel pain or get damaged when I teleport and land in places. If I land in a wall, it's not going to matter because I'm invulnerable, and it's no healing factor because I don't want to get hurt in the first place. Healing factor requires you to be hurt. I don't want to feel pain. I'm like Daffy Duck. I don't like pain. I'm allergic to it. And the third one is a power, again, from this Villains and Vigilantes game called Life Support, which basically means if you're like Silver Surfer, you can live in the vast tracts of space. You haven't got to breathe. You can go to the bottom of the ocean. The pressure won't affect you. Being able to breathe won't affect you. You haven't got to eat or drink or anything like that. So I can go out and watch stars explode in the galaxy and like go and visit a black hole and see things being sucked into the black hole and go to basically planet hop to see if I can find any life out there in the universe. That's what
we could be a team and teleport together and find aliens and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'll be the sidekick, of course.
Yeah, you'll be the side character. You know, you get killed off in the first issue, Mark.
If you say so. But it's always the sidekick. It's always the sidekick that comes in and saves the good guy, mate.
Exactly right. I was going to say,
It's always the sidekick.
if me and you were a book, Mark, and you were my sidekick, I'd be like you know how Inspector Gadget, you know how his daughter actually solves everything, and he's like, cool? That's what it'd be like.
I'd be the backup because that's what Robert wants, the backup.
We need to have names for these powers. I'm going to be the Traveller. That's going to be my name, the Traveller.
Oh, so we're I didn't. Oh,
we should have names. We should have names, surely.
The Traveller. Oh, very good.
Mark's the bag man, isn't he? Isn't that what you said last time? The bag man?
The bag man. No, that was different.
Okay.
Jeez.
Okay. Well, I don't know what my hero would be, but I already said, I think a while ago, when Mark called himself the bag man, I was like, I always want to be called Red Spade. That was my that was the name I created myself in a DC universe, the game.
Red Spade.
Red Spade. All right. So we've nearly hit an hour, so we'll wrap it up in a second, but we are going to do a random cover battle, everybody's favorite. Because you know, I like looking at people's books. And I think I love about sort of things like this, watching it in the YouTube videos and also Instagram, how people tag you in Instagram posts. It gives you a chance to go through your books, because a lot of people, I'm sure, collect, like Mark, and they've got books that haven't seen the light of day for about 30 years. So I think it's a good...
I am old.
Like Mark, when we played that Poor Man's Comic-Gories, you probably went through your books for the first time in God knows how long, right?
I agree. Yes, you're right, 100%.
And the good thing about that is you go through your books and you're like, I forgot I had this. Like, I've only been collecting for 2 years and that happens to me. I'm like, oh, I forgot I had this.
Yeah, but you would forget your head if it wasn't screwed on.
Sorry?
You would forget your head if it wasn't screwed on.
That is true. That is true. Thanks for dropping a by, man. Okay, so what we do is, so all you guys in the chat, I want you to get involved. Basically, what we do is we just hold up. We got 3 books, no category or nothing like that. It's just, I want you guys to judge what's the best cover. Now, don't try to think about keys. I know Simon Morgan, when he was on the show, he pulled out all these keys and everyone got all sentimental. Think of it like if you were going to buy this as an art piece to hang on your wall. Try to think of it that way. If you really attach the keys, then just vote however you want. So,
do we get to talk about them, or are we just going to show them without saying anything?
We might just show them for now, because I mean, when you before you pull it up, you can say something about it. But
cool.
we're running out of time, so I'll go first. I spoke. Red Hood was one of the costumes I talked about. How no one likes the new Red Hood. How about when Perillo draws Red Hood? Huh? Look at those guns. Look at those guns. And a nice little virgin, kind of like a virgin cover. So yeah, that is my Red Hood cover. Mark, what you got?
Well, I'm going to pull out a classic.
Oh no!
All right, I'm going to pull out that cover. It was when the Fantastic Four comprised of these 4 characters. Look at that! Absolutely, I bought these just for the cover, and then I bought the rest of the story arc. But it was, you got the best Fantastic Four team ever. Look at that.
Fantastic Four team.
It is.
Basically, the 4 biggest selling at the time, didn't they? They bunged them all in.
Correct. The only one that was missing was the Punisher. The only thing that was missing was Punisher at the time. 100%. The 4 biggest sellers for the time, 100%. And 2 of them were drawn. And at one time, except for I think Ghost Rider, were all drawn by McFarlane at one time.
See, I'm not into Fantastic Four at all, but if that was Fantastic Four, I would read that.
Bloody hell, you would. Me too, mate.
Mark's already got a heads up on us, mate. Everyone's already voting him. Come on, Greyman.
Absolutely love the book when I was a kid.
Simple beauty here. Mike Kaluta cover, Doorway into Nightmare, featuring Madame Xanadu.
Nice.
Look at those eyes, a new experience in the occult. Look at, she's looking into your soul. She's saying, vote for Greyman. Greyman's cover is best. and you see the card she's flipping. That's your card if you don't vote for me.
Oh, that's a threat, people. That is a threat.
Not a threat, prediction. It's a prediction, not a threat.
It's a prediction. Oh, okay.
All right, chat. Let us know who's got the best cover. No one wins anything. It's just bragging rights.
Yeah.
Four cover power. Look at that. Four characters. Look at that.
I'm just getting ready for tomorrow's show. I do a cover slinger show. You was on last week, weren't you? This cover slinger show where we did talk smack and try and talk up our covers. So I'm just getting practicing for that one.
Oh, mate, come on.
Oh, Mark and Gray. Oh, I've got two. Greyman, 1, 2, 3. Oh, don't tell me Greyman's gonna my Mark. No one ever. Mark is still yet to get. Oh, got to go with Simon. Oh, okay. I think Mark got out to a good start, mate. But I think Gray might have stolen it from you with those eyes.
Madame Xanadu. Jeepers, creepers, where'd you get those peepers?
Yeah, that's good stuff. All right, cool. I'm going to give it to Gray because I think he just edged Mark there.
Don't give it to me. Give it to Madame Xanadu.
Yeah. You love Madame.
Well said. I'll give it to Madame Xanadu.
Yeah. I like her even more because my girlfriend reads tarot and she's got dark hair. So she's like she's my personal Madame Xanadu.
Oh, isn't that sweet? What a sweet man. What a sweet man. What a sweet man. Look at that.
All right. My next cover is an homage cover, and I didn't actually realize that I had another Red Hood cover. Whoops. Oh, well.
Oh, whoops. Oh, what a mistake.
I didn't go through any. I didn't go through any boxes. I literally just picked up the piles that I've got stacked around everywhere, and I just went through.
All I hear is excuses, buddy. All I hear is
what movie?
Oh yeah, is it? Oh, not Platoon, Hamburger Hill. No,
Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket. That's it. Yeah, one of them ones.
So
people sub up Whack Comics. Whack Comics needs 2 more subs.
So that tagline. That tagline in Gotham, "The wind doesn't blow, it sucks." It sounds like something that would come out of my bum.
Well, that tagline or just the wind?
Just
You're very talented talking backside.
All right, mate. What you got, Mark?
Oh, what have I got? So I'm going to go with a key. I've got a key as well. I tried to do a mix. So this is a key. So that's the first appearance of Sabretooth right there. And this was the inspiration for the X-Men movie, the 2001, the 2000 X-Men movie where Wolverine and Sabretooth go at it in the snow. Love this issue.
Is that the first Wolverine Sabretooth fight? Because it's not the first Sabretooth ever, is it? I'll say it's not the first Sabretooth ever. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, cool. Gray, what are you bringing?
Bringing fire, mate. This is one of my most favorite covers ever. It's just so simple, so silly. It's the first appearance of the Necronomicon in DC Comics, which is everyone knows is H.P. Lovecraft's book with Cthulhu and all them demons. It's also the first appearance of Felix Faust and the Demons Free, and it's just an awesome, fantastic cover featuring the world's greatest heroes in the fantastic fingers of Felix Faust. And he's just like magic them, and it's just like representative of his magic control over them at the end of his fingers, kind of thing. I just love that cover. It's just old school silliness, but great stuff.
Finger puppets, I love it.
Yeah,
very cool.
First appearance of the Necronomicon as well in DC Comics.
Oh, you've got a bit of a Greyman. You've got a bit of a magic theme going.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, good point. The next one's kind of magic-y as well, actually.
Yeah, you're not going to reveal like an upside down cross or anything on your wall or anything, are you?
No, that's painting into my forehead.
All right, we'll see who the people are voting. Mark, off to a strong start. Look at that.
Yeah, kidding me.
Just absolutely killer. See, you guys and your keys. Don't you guys get sick of looking at the same books over and over again?
Don't you get looking at the same Red Hood?
That's like the 5th appearance of Sabretooth, though. It's like it's not even his, his first appearance is in what do you call it, Iron Fist, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's just his first fight with Wolverine. Bluff.
Correct.
Look at the art on this one, man. It's just awesome.
Mate. Look at Sabretooth. The snow,
it's not even very good art. That one, it's like,
look at Wolverine, mate, bare chested in the snow. I mean, look at that guy. Look at that tough, mate.
Wolverine's overrated.
Can't get Wolverine, mate.
All right, we're running out of time. I'm giving it to Mark. Mark, you got it.
There is.
Shocking, disgraceful. You should all be ashamed of yourselves.
Who won that one? Who won that one?
You got that one. You got that one.
What? Say that again. Who won?
You got it, Mark.
Apparently you, for some reason. All the Wolverine marks out there all voted for you. I've shocking. Shocked.
All right. Let's power through this because we've hit the hour mark. My last cover is one of my favorite covers that's ever come out. Everyone has seen it, but they may not have seen this edition. I bought 2 copies of this from Mark, but this I just recently picked up. It is the Art Germ Catwoman issue 15. You know the cover, Mark? The Michelle Pfeiffer one?
Of course.
Have you seen the shiny foil version?
Oh, you got the foil version.
Foil. Oh my goodness. Shiny Art Germ Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer, shiny goodness. Let's take a look at that in big mode. Boom. Shiny foil. Have you seen that? I don't think you've seen that. Yeah, I paid top dollar. So you guys better vote for me. Right.
You paid top dollar for a picture of a girl licking herself.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, there's a market for that, I'm sure.
So I went something a bit odd, a bit different, and a bit again, probably back to my early 20 days when I loved this book when it was out.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Savage Sword of Conan. This is the first Savage Sword I ever bought. It was this cover that really pulled me into this series. It was such a great anthology magazine size book, all black and white too. So there was no color, so the shading and the line work were absolutely inside were extravagant. These covers were always this good. It was absolutely artwork. Obviously taking inspiration from Franzetta, but the covers were absolutely fantastic.
That's a great cover. I really dig it. All right, we're going to move it on. Greyman. Oh, no, I removed the cream. Sorry.
Yeah. So you went all sleek and shiny. I've gone muck-encrusted monster. This is basically the proto Swamp Thing. Before Swamp Thing came around, there was the Spectre of the Stalking Swamp in the Phantom Stranger number 14.
Oh, look at that.
This is a recent pickup, so it was just on the side, and it's in very bad condition. It cost me a $5, and it's like the cover and the main comic are not talking to each other anymore. But you can still see it. And in the background, you've got the Phantom Stranger there. It's shadowed in white with his eyes kind of glowing there. And yeah, I think it's Neil Adams as well. I believe I could be wrong, but Neil Adams, proto Swamp Thing. It's nearly Halloween. Oh, blimey, how could you not vote for him? How could you not vote? How could you not vote for the shambling monster from the swamp?
Come on!
And I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the guy on the comic. Vote for the swamp things. Vote for the shambling swamp monsters.
Hey. All right, check us your votes, guys. I want to wrap this up in a second.
Come on!
If I win this one, it'll be a three-way tie. What better way to end?
Come on!
We don't want a tiebreaker. Vote for me, so this contest is over.
Come on, do it.
Shiny.
Muscles.
Shiny.
Swampy.
Come on, vampires and barbarians. Come on.
Murky and dirty and swampy and mucky encrusted monster from your dreams. Vote for him. Neil Adams, I think. Phantom Stranger.
You got stuff.
I'm going to go with me that time. I got 4 votes. So that's a 3-way tie. I like that.
I'd like to thank Wack for being the intelligent one in the last vote there. I think Wack, he's good people. intelligent guy. You should watch his channel. He needs 2 more subs, I think, to get to 200. So go and sub him up.
He's only 1 away. He might have already hit it by now because
he knows his stuff. He knows his stuff.
How much is Wack paying you, mate, to say that stuff?
No. He just recognises good covers when he sees them. That's appropriately. So he deserves.
Yeah, probably a 5 or a 10 or something like that.
Well,
All right. That is it, guys. I'm going to wrap it up in a second. But before we go, I want to plug a few things. Greyman, What do you got going on your channel? 5 videos a day. What do you got coming?
Not far off it. Well, at least 2 videos a day. My daily blog every day, and for the whole of October, I'll be doing the 31 Nights of Halloween. Various people have been taking part, doing voices. Basically, it's an old comic book, horror comic book, made into a video. So with people doing the voices of the characters with like sound effects and like backing music. And they need more views basically because they take a lot of work. And if you want me to do them in 2021, then I did them in 2018. Didn't get many views. So when 2019 come around, I was weighing up the work and I was like, nah, I can't be bothered. So I'm doing them again this year. So keep watching them if you want them back next year. That's what I was going to say.
They're actually really fun. I think a lot of people would be into that sort of stuff. So yeah, please check out Greyman's 31 Nights of Halloween. I've got one. I was in one.
It's coming up in about 2 nights' time, I think. He plays a vampire.
Yeah, the best vampire you'll ever hear. So yeah, check out Greyman. Subscribe to Whack Comics as well. And he'll probably do another giveaway. He's only got one more away, guys. Who wants it? Who wants to be number 200? He'll remember you forever. All right. Okay. Last thing I want to plug. So, Mark, you're going to deliver my books today, yeah?
Yes, I am.
Tonight, in around 12 hours from now, I'm going to go live again, and I'm going to do a comic haul live, and I'm going to be doing it with Think Geek Theory. He's going to be my guest tonight to hang out with. So, guys, if you haven't subbed up Think Geek Theory, check him out. He's just really started out. I don't know how many subs he's on now, but he could definitely use more subs. So check him out. He's going to be hanging out with me tonight, and we're going to do a live comic haul. Jamie, if you want to bring anything you picked up this week, feel free to bring that along tonight as well. So, yeah, thank you, everyone, for joining us. Yeah, I had fun today. Thanks, Gray, for joining us. And
Sarah talking about your comics there in the bottom of the stream.
What's going on?
Someone looking forward to seeing yours, Simon. I think she's talking about your comic haul.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, no, she's talking about something else. Okay, so thanks for joining us, guys. And always remember to
keep it simple, people.
All right. See you guys.
Bye, Mark.
Bye, Mark.
Bye, Gray.
Bye,
Bye, Gray.